Peace a lot, Shaw.
Yeah, peace. How you doing?
Everything's peace, God. So we just came off the heels of a meeting on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to get your take, in terms of like the state of our rallies and what's happening in Mecca.
Okay, so the meeting that was called to the law school was due to, of course, because we don't have presently any school venues to go to, like we did in the past. This, of course, happened recently, us not being able to get into PS92 again, as most people know, because it was a behavioral issue, that was kind of the barrier there, right? Born Justice, I know in your interview, you did an excellent job in that explanation, as well as this particular meeting. So, kind of give you like a little bit of backstory, because I think what needs some clarity. Let me give a shout out to Allah Life and those brothers in Medina, who, I know, and I get them. They jumped into wanting to get us the law school, or the school in Medina on Livonia, 316 Livonia. Because the question was asked during the Fort Greene rally, like, where are we going after, this parliament in August?
Right.
So that was virtuous. He made that statement. And then Allah Mathematics said we're exploring the place we went to some years back in Pelon. So, the God, he went into the bill with like, hey, like, I called them, we made a connection, let's do Medina. Peace to the God. But the deal is that there was a lot to that. There were a lot of moving parts. One of them was the schematics. And that by that I mean, accessibility, especially going down to the bathroom, right? Because we have nation members who have walkers. They can get in the front, but it was an issue getting to the bathroom, and So then also we wanted to, because a broader discussion needs to take place as to what we need to continue to reiterate, even among those men who, like the people who were there at the meeting, the importance of wherever we go, man, we have to enforce and ensure that this behavior doesn't reoccur, or again, I'm naming names because these are people who gave good points. You gave an excellent point. She actually, although the idea was the law school, get clean the yard, and but we don't do anything half baked. You know what I mean? Like, you want to make sure everything is right and exact, right? So you want to call a meeting, right? I mean, if everybody could have very well said, no, God, nah, man, we want to go to Medina. But peace to you. But you want the general consensus of the people first before a decision is made.
The law of life said that it wasn't a general consensus.
No, it wasn't. No, and again, I don't want it to make it sound as if no. I know you did. You asked the question, as if because he came to the rescue. I get the God, but there were a lot of okay, God, but hold up, let me reserve that. Is that a good idea? Because God's are doing some things there, right? So quite naturally, our relationship is established. So he was like, yo, since I'm already building with them, look, listen, man, we can come there, and we have went there before. So it's not an issue, but it was the meeting needed to be called, because also in that you need to explore, because then we come all the way back to the foundation, right, of when we started out talking about the prefab, right? I know, of course, man, we talking about revitalization. That's important. And the fact, as a result of that, we collaborated, with those efforts, because you're talking this, the same idea. this is even more, right? What's the word I'm looking for here? Urgent.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
you're right.
it's
Much more urgent
Right.
because you're talking Parliament.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this is revitalization piece to that. You know, we'll add on, we'll build with the guards, and yeah, absolutely, we're about change and development, right? But you need to be somewhere, right? And we don't really need to, run to the virtual. We're gonna have the Parliament virtually.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We did that because on COVID because we had no choice,
Right.
But now that you have the choice, and going back to you were talking about, man. First she went with the tent. We cut the tree down. We can do the tent, and then we can like have a bubble where it could be, I'm for the prefab. I'm for utilizing our land. Why? Because then we don't have to worry about being thrown out of doors, right? And being embarrassed, and whatever the case may be.
So the point is like really to utilize what we have,
Right?
Utilizing our own. I mean,
that's right, and make
store,
use of it. Because we do that. Like make no mistake, if events such as the show and prove, which we've done, have occurred and we couldn't get nowhere, we had it in the yard, and actually we did the damn thing like that.
Right.
That was a beautiful event.
Absolutely.
Right. We got the yard, and that was great. You know what I mean? Just utilizing land and just
because it is useful land.
Yes, God. Although you've had some back and forths, I found to be ludicrous. Really, you know what I mean? Why are you arguing that? You know what I mean? Why are you arguing?
The use of our land.
Right. There was some that for whatever their reasons, right? And I mean, again, I'm for also if we find a venue, right? Because everything is real. Also, and we're not talking about trying to do a parliament at the school in November, the end of November or December. Quite naturally, it's cold.
Right.
So simultaneously, while you still got a little bit just to fall weather, you can, the Wisdom Build Destroy Day is the Parliament, give or take. You know what I mean? We just fast and build it, don't rain.
Right.
And then we take it from there. You know what I mean? But it's important, God, that we utilize the land. But also, if we do have to go somewhere else, and we're looking for that as well, yes, I'm sure when people see this, you'll get the reviews of y'all should have been did that. Y'all been around since 1964. This, that, and whatever. Okay, all right. I'm not. In some instances, I don't argue that. You know what I mean? But I speak mathematics and alphabets. I'm in the now. I'm talking about what we doing now.
Right.
I can't go back and reach and look, see, because this happened. No, okay. There were a lot of barriers, a lot of things happened that occurred. In fact, there was argument in the development in its foundational stages with the revitalization. Right? There was problems with that at first, you know what I mean? But see, let me explain something, God, that's very important, man. That we always tend to not we, but sometimes people tend to forget, man, is the utilization of mathematics. By that I mean this. So see means to understand. And when you understand something, you look at things objectively. Right? I'm not into personalities in politics. What will work? You know what I mean? Like people actually in fact, people, when we started out, truth be told, and we were talking to prefab first, right? Then the guards, they were in their development. They came, listen, man, we're doing the revitalization, and that grew. you know. But you always had these particular factions that wanted to, yo, man, we're not doing that. We're doing this. Listen, man, we the same idea. Wisdom is the way, man.
Right.
As long as the way is not getting, as long as my way is not getting in your way in the development of what this idea is, and that's, man, to make where we are better. You know, but what's the core essential function is your parliament.
Right.
You need to have that. You know what I mean? So there's no me waiting for that. What we gonna do? You got a place there. Let's utilize the land.
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mecca did this.